Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I saw this tweet, how to protect yourself from crypto hacks. Hackers are after your crypto. They target wallets, exchanges, even users themselves, but you can stay safe. It says never share your seed phrase, only approve what you understand. Support never messages first. Scammers pretend to be support. No password resets in crypto. Email won't help you recover a wallet. Store your crypto in a cold wallet, not an exchange. Exchanges get hacked. They're right, exchanges get hacked. That's why I put mine on iTrustCapital in institutional custody, because any exchange can get hacked, but what they have is a closed loop system where you can send crypto or cash in, but you can only send cash out. So the hackers are not able to send your crypto out, even if they hacked your account. So that's I mean, this is like groundbreaking stuff they're doing. I have IRAs and I have a premium custody account. I sent my XRP right into the premium custody account. And there's also a code down here, XRP6, and I think they use promo code signing up, and you can fund your new account or PCA to claim your $100 funding bonus. You can go to iTrustCapital.com/XRP Army to do that. If you're interested. They are my partner. They've been a long-term partner. We've got a 228 XRP. The market's kind of, I mean, it surged a little bit this weekend, but market's kind of. Now, these kind of posts right here, this one came out this morning. MicroStrategy plans to raise $4.2 billion to buy more Bitcoin. I think we're all almost numb to these type of articles because we see this, it's almost weekly, about how MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's company he's CEO at, I think he's still CEO, how they're raising money to buy more Bitcoin. And so we're all kind of numb to it. But I wanted to point out how this works. Raising money. Selling common stock. Now, keep in mind, they can issue more stock. They can issue more bonds. So they issue all, whether it's stocks or bonds or debt offerings, issuing bonds or other fixed income. MicroStrategy had raised $6.4 billion, so they're issuing debt, and then they're turning around and buying Bitcoin with it. And if you go down here, it says Jim Chanos highlights risk in company's debt structure. I mean, the whole thing never has made any sense to me. House Ways and Means Oversight Subcommittee will hold a hearing Wednesday on making America the crypto capital of the world, focusing on building 21st century tax policy framework for digital assets. It's coming. And then here's Senator Cynthia Lummis talking to the Fed chairman, asking him about, or talking about his position on stablecoin.
So now, Chairman Powell, I want to show you another statement, and I'm sorry if you can't see it clearly, I'll read it to you. It's from the Genius Act, which just passed the Senate by a vote of 68-30 last week. And it takes the opposite position to the board's policy statement on issuing stablecoins on an open, public, distributed ledger. So my question is, what has changed about the risk of stablecoins since the board adopted its policy in 2023, and now that the Congress has weighed in, at least the Senate has weighed in and sent the Genius Act to the House, does the board plan to withdraw the policy statement on Section 913?
So I think what has changed is, if you go back, that's a couple of years ago, that was the period of high-profile failures and fraud and that kind of thing. And what's happened is, I think, the industry is maturing, our understanding of it is improving, and in a sense, it's becoming much more mainstream. So all of us are revisiting, the things that were done during that era. And I think the current view is that, that it's appropriate it's always been appropriate for banks to choose their customers and to be able to undertake activities as long as they're safe and sound.
All right. And then this is interesting. This is talking about the BRICS, talking about their digital currency system.
But Americans are extremely strong because of hegemony of dollars. But it's not going, it's not like yuan is going to substitute it. No, it will be a different currency financial system. We're going to launch the new currency, which is going to be based on international treaty, and the currency cannot be used in the interests of one country or group of transnational corporations. It must be a digital instrument based on the contract, and every country must have the opportunity to issue this currency for international payments, and inside the countries they're going to have national currencies. We suggest this type of currency. I believe that Russia during BRICS presidency is going to give a good impetus to its development, and will get a new currency financial system with a transparent mechanism, and there will be no opportunity to have the banks, American banks work through, American sanctions work through banks.
So basically what they're saying, it'll work through an international treaty. Makes you wonder what's going to bridge all that. Here's Cowboy Crypto. He's the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, with a focus on the affirmative steps needed to place a tax policy framework on digital assets. No cap gains tax on crypto is the only way for America to make America the crypto capital of the world. That would be the biggest game changer we've experienced since we got in this. And then Nate Garachi, he's the ETF guy from ETF Prime, co-founder, I guess. Reuters confirms SEC working on creating a full framework to streamline approval for spot crypto ETFs. SEC is looking for general rule. It can apply to all listings, and currently is going back and forth on precise wording with the exchanges. One important note, some issuers don't believe this framework will be fully implemented until early fall, so no spot crypto ETF approvals until then. I think they're waiting on all this legislation to finish. Here's Charles Hoskin. He's talking about the midnight airdrop, and I don't know much about, I know that XRP holders are going to get part of the midnight airdrop. I'm assuming you have to have your crypto in your own custodial wallet in order to participate. You'll have to look into that.
I think people are going to realize that Midnight is perhaps the most advanced and interesting project of 2025. Hybrid applications, multi-resource consensus, the meta chain concept, the ability to write private smart contracts of high complexity and write them in TypeScript, which is a very accessible language. It's the most accessible language. And pay in any cryptocurrency you want. So you can pay the gas cost in Ether or Solana or Bitcoin or ADA. This is not like normal stuff, guys. This is some top shelf stuff. And it is the most advanced cryptocurrency ever built. So it'll take the summer, and over time the narrative will be chipped away at. And then once that miasma clears and people realize that, everybody's going to call Midnight a fourth generation cryptocurrency. It's the
fourth generation crypto. It says the Midnight airdrop could be the biggest event ever for Cardano ecosystem. If Charles is right and Night goes to 10 billion, imagine how much liquidity is about to flow in the rest of the projects as well. We're extremely early, and this guy's extremely right. Wanted to show you this. This is Raoul Pal. He's talking about how the Trump 2017 cycle is repeating. XRP surged almost 30,000% between 2017 and 2018. I was there. So watch this.
Okay, the Trump cycle. 2017, we've been talking about this. Trump came in, the markets reacted, same fear about tariffs, same thing, the dollar went up, everything else, and The same thing happened this time around. I mean, people are people. And what happened is the dollar ripped in the back end of 2016. It ripped in the back end of 2024. The dollar ripping is a tightening of financial conditions that play through markets and the economy 3 months later, which is why we had the correction in the first quarter. We showed you all of this as part of the M2 thing. Anyway, we said it at the time. We've been tracking this before the dollar topped out and said, he's going to go for a weak dollar. They said they want a weak dollar, and fuck me, the dollar's been weak. It's been an extraordinary weakness. Now, this is not some structural, ever-ending weakness. That'll come at some point when we change the rules of the game. Right now, cyclical weakness being pushed by Trump and Bessent, and it will continue to do so. And that is an amazing tailwind for markets and risk.
All right, we're going to go into DAIXRP.com. That's the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, well, you can click join below any of my videos, or you can click subscribe through the X platform. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.